Hello everyone, and welcome back to yet another episode of Hellaversus. I'm your friendly neighborhood lunacy Embryon, and for today's matchup, we have a matchup between a trigger-happy Cyclops girl and a tiny space bean, Nifty and the Imposter. So, who wins this fight between a sinner and a bean? Let's find out. Nifty was once a human woman who died at the age of 22 in the 1950s and became a sinner and resident of hell, though her specific sins are unknown, leading to her current role as a Hazbin Hotel's enthusiast, if obsessive maid and pest control under Alistair's servitude. While her specific past is vague and subject to theories, she was most likely a second-generation Japanese American who experienced cultural pressures and social discrimination, potentially contributing to her traumatic death and psychotic break. Also, if you'd like to hear more theories about Nifty's backstory and how she ended up in the hands of Alistair, I definitely recommend watching Finn the Pony's video on this exact topic, as he goes into more details on that, which I unfortunately can't go in for this video, otherwise this episode would be more about Nifty's backstory rather than the actual fight itself.
Okay, good job. Nifty?
Sometimes I kill mother bugs in front of their children as a warning to others.
Unfortunately, there's no official imposter backstory for Among Us. Instead, players developing their own theories, with the most popular ones suggesting that they're shape-shifting parasitic alien beings from a planet called Polis. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. And these parasitic entities possess the abilities to mimic crewmates, spread paranoia, and sabotage tasks with the ultimate goal of eliminating the entire crew. The lore found in map trailers and official materials hints at the imposters' arrival and growing threat they pose in the Mirror organization. And these guys have a high degree in intellect, capable of complex strategies and using their environment to their advantages, and also may have the ability to see in the dark, or are otherwise unafraid of the darkness, enabling them to operate effectively in the ship's shadowy areas. If you guys want to know more about these theories on these guys, check out these videos to learn more, and also make your own theories.
I sense the Dragon Warrior is among us.
That is impossible!
Alright folks, now that we've covered both of their potential backstories, at least from what we can gather, let's find out who would win a fight between these two stabby little guys.
First up is AP. Unfortunately for Nifty, there's nothing going for her that suggests she has any AP whatsoever. She has no feats in the show. I guess you could say that she's human level, since she was able to stab Adam to death from behind, but I don't think that counts. Imposter, on the other hand, has a lot more to work with. It likely has wall to small building AP. It's physically stronger than the crewmates and easily one-shots them with ease. Crewmates, who can withstand throwing a frisbee over the horizon, which could have kinetic energy of about 1.0 for megajoules, making crewmates themselves wall level, or when they're capable of carrying 3 bags of diamonds or a giant statue. The diamonds could weigh about 949.76 kilos, or about 2,093.86 pounds, and the statue weighing about 445.61 kilos, or about 982.40 pounds. But this AP potentially goes higher with weapons, since the imposter is able to snap the crewmates' necks, pierce through their heads with their tongues, or simply blow up their bodies with just a gun. And you could also give these guys a laser, which could raise their AP to about small building level, but to make this fight a little more grounded, we're sticking to imposters being at least wall level, so the imposter gets the first point.
Next up is speed. Nifty's primary aspect of her character is that she is super fast and relentless, allowing her to zip and zoom across the room with little effort and rush to locations quickly, sometimes appearing to hop rather than walking. And she often presents herself as one of the faster characters in the show. And considering her smaller size compared to the rest of the cast, it does kind of make sense for her to be that quick. Although due to her never really being in any fights, she does not have any reaction or combat speed whatsoever. The imposter likely has average human to about supersonic speeds, since they're able to punch at peak human speed, strike their tongues at subsonic speeds, move through vents at least subsonic speeds in quick bursts, and appear as a gray blur when moving to kill a crewmate in short bursts between cooldowns. So once again, the imposter gets the point since they show more speed throughout their gameplay.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Skippy and I'll read my part. Next up is durability. For Nifty, there isn't that much to go off of other than being a center, which as you all know, at this point can be killed by angelic weapons. Although she does show that she is high pain tolerance and always eager to get hurt, such as when she kept falling on the floor during a trust exercise, or when she eagerly waited to her turn to be thrown off the roof by Vaggie. But other than that, Nifty doesn't really have any other feats of durability. As for Imposter, their durability isn't defined, but it is implied that they're very durable, although they aren't invincible and still can be killed by regular means in game, like being thrown out of the airlock. They do shown to be resilient to harsh conditions such as extreme cold and radiation, such as surviving the cold from the planet Pulse and survive every reactor meltdown, which could suggest they aren't resilient to the ship's life support systems, and their ability to survive in space and within the non-pressurized environment, as implied by the exiliant in the official trailer, could further highlight their resilience to extreme conditions. So with this, the imposter gets the point due to them showcasing more of their durability throughout the gameplay and trailers.
Next up is intelligence, and this really shouldn't be a surprise here. The imposter is smarter than Nifty for sure, since they're able to elaborate plans and strategies to infiltrate and kill all the other crewmates, and use their skills to sneak around and kill them one by one, and also smart enough to manipulate the crewmates to eliminate each other until there's at least one crewmate left to kill. But also they lack the ability to perform actual tasks. With Nifty, on the other hand, there's probably not much going on in her brain other than pursuing bad boys and stabbing angels and bugs. So the imposter gets the point. Video, I just want to make sure that you guys are subscribed to the channel. Take a look at this chart right here. As you can see, only 15.9% of you guys watching this video are actually subscribed. We should definitely change that right now. And as you can see from the subscriber count, we're actually only 40 subscribers away from hitting 100,000. So make sure you guys are subscribed, as I cover tons of different topics on this channel, such as Hellaversus episodes and shorts, death battle videos, and even other types of videos like ranking Hellaverse characters versus the Hellaverse, and what if scenarios. So be sure to stick around for those videos coming soon. And also comment down below some Hellaversus matchups that you guys have in store. Some of these matchups that I make on the channel are made by me, some on the internet, and some of them are actually from you guys. Anyways, that's all I wanted to say. Now let's get back into the video. Next up is experience. The imposter is highly experienced in deception, strategy, and manipulation, using advanced tactics like faking tasks, sabotaging systems, creating alibis, and using hidden passages like vents to eliminate crewmates to secure a victory. They also possess the ability to sabotage entire ship systems, and the ability to use hidden passages like ventilation systems to their advantage. And their experience is shown through their ability to infiltrate locations, kill countless crewmates, and cause mass confusion while consistently covering their tracks. Nifty, on the other hand, does not have any experience under her belt, other than knowing how to stab people and chase bad boys. So obviously the imposter gets the point yet again. Next up is weaponry. Nifty has a knife and also sometimes uses a needle to stab bugs, but she barely uses any of these weapons aside from Angelic Dagger to stab Exorcists and also kill Adam. The imposter, on the other hand, has a variety of different weapons, from its knife to its sharp tongue to even a planet-busting gun. Okay, so for obvious reasons to kind of make this fight a little more grounded, we're not going to be giving the imposter the gun here, because otherwise the fight would just end in a single second. So again, just to be fair, we're just going to be giving them knives. But even with this, I'd say the imposter gets the point, simply because they have the gun and also their really sharp tongue that they can stab through other crewmates' heads with ease.
You, yes you, watching this video, do you have a boring For You page? Do you like watching Hazbin Hotel and Hellaversus content? Then subscribe to the Linus the Umbrown channel and check out Hellaversus, the series that loves to make Hellaverse matchups content. Here, we take your matchup ideas and make them into real episodes. This series was inspired by YouTubers like Death Battle, Goji Chronic, and Goji Guy. We love to make videos like this for your entertainment. Also, do you have a request for a matchup that you'd like to see? Comment them below and we'll make it into a reality. And also check out the Fantastic 7 and each member's channels like Blue, Shadow, Skip, Gabe, Cypher, and
Sonic Pro.
Subscribe to their channels and let them know that I sent you there. And if you want to continue watching Hellaverse content like this, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell icon to be notified when a new video gets released to the channel, and check out the shorts section on the channel where there's a lot more Hellaverse content for your entertainment. Thank you guys for subscribing to the channel. Now let's get back to the video.
Next up is powers and abilities. Nifty has enhanced speed and agility, invulnerable to injuries and attacks, resistant to fire, and is also immortal. The Imposter has self-sustenance, stealth mastery, shape-shifting, hacking and technology manipulation, enhanced senses and enhanced speed, body control, elasticity, natural weaponry, possible power nullification, fungus manipulation, resistant to cold temperature, transmutation, water and plant manipulation, invisibility, intangibility, and smoke manipulation. So once again, the Imposter gets the point here due to them having a lot more abilities.
And finally, we have weaknesses. Nifty is only weak to angelic weapons, but it's also very deceptive to potential bad boys and will forget about everything else to go after them. The Imposter is typically impacted with performing the tasks that the crewmates can do, and as a shapeshifter, an Imposter may leave behind discarded cocoons as evidence that they're around. They can only sabotage one location at a time, such as not being able to lock a door if the lights are disabled, and would have to wait to use that ability. And for their fungal ability, or possibility, or whatever that word is, only usable on the fungal and possibility other environments with massive amounts of fungi that they can control. So for this, I would give them a tie, since the Imposter can't really kill Nifty, and Nifty can't outsmart the Imposter.
Okay, so I'm not gonna look over the tail of the tapes because you already know who would win this fight. So let's just get to the winner. The Imposter wins, and this was honestly kind of a stomp, but I definitely like to see this fight fold. Also, I imagine Nifty chasing the Imposter because she sees him as a bad boy or some sorts. Also, this fight does kind of remind me of another fight. Anyways, the Imposter wins. Do you guys agree or do you guys disagree? Let me know down in the comments below. Let me know in the comments what you guys would want to see as a Hellaversus matchup. And I'm definitely taking ideas from you guys. So make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel and hit the bell icon to be notified when a brand new video gets released. And stay tuned because the next matchup is going to be revealed. And also, I'm working on a big project right now, okay? And I don't want to spoil what I'm working on, but I will tell you that it's not a video. And so just to get that out of the way. But let's just say that I'm very excited about this, and it's probably one of the bigger projects that I've ever had to work on, and I'll definitely keep you guys updated about the progress. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.
Subscribe, help me get a brick!